The Cart Before the Ponies. This has a 5.7, so that's good. So I haven't watched one of these in a couple of days. I don't have a place where I can record reliably, so I'm not sure like when I'll be able to record. I'm gonna record several in a row, so I'm gonna watch the next 3 episodes right now instead of just watching one a day. So that's probably a bad idea. Well, honestly, not really. I mean, I've watched enough of these that I can just, no matter how bad they get, I can just kind of deal with them. So that shouldn't be a problem. But that's probably going to affect how I see some of these. So with this episode, I remember the last one started with Twilight saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to something." What was it? The Griffin place. And so I figured that was gonna be a B plot of that episode, but it wasn't. It was just kind of in the intro. But this doesn't sound like this episode's gonna be about that B plot or whatever, or that other episode. So I don't know where this is gonna go. Cart before the ponies. I assume it's a play on the phrase putting the cart before the horse. So I don't know. It'll be about that, I guess, that phrase. Alright, into the shit. The pain. Into the kids' school. They're gonna learn about physics? What? They're actually talking about science stuff? Also, none of that math on that thing has anything to do with potential energy or whatever. So they're gonna do some kind of race. Yeah, still fucking hate this intro. Alright, there's their typical stupid fucking exposition about things like, oh, this is why this is a big thing. This is why it's important. So, okay, so they gotta make their cart and they don't want to do it because it's a lot of work. Okay, so they all have to pick an older person. So obviously they're gonna pick their older sisters. Well, then Scootaloo's gonna pick Rainbow. So there's that.
Most traditional, creative.
Oh, the participation awards. I remember those. Most improved. Pretty sure I got that one multiple times. It's just basically just you suck at this game, but we need to give you something. Why would you use wood from apple trees? That seems horribly inefficient. You grow apple trees for food, not for lumber. Whatever. So all 3 of them are gonna want to go for the different awards. Okay, I just realized they don't show Rainbow's room very often. Why would she like racing a cart though? That's like way slower than she could fly, right? Her racing in a cart would be like going from a NASCAR to a bike, and Rainbow's gonna take over the design of the cart. Okay, so I guess their siblings want to go for different things. Okay, I guess maybe this might actually be about breaking traditions. There's been several episodes where they like basically say traditions are important. Yeah, they just said tradition. Oh no, she came in second place. Really? Derpy. I guess that's the joke. It's the fan-made character. Yeah, so obviously, each of the adults wants to do the thing they like, but then the kids want to do their own thing. And so it's the conflict of those 2 interests. Wait, she just called her apples? I mean, her name is Apple Bloom, I guess. Whatever. Ugh. God, I fucking hate Applejack's voice. I just hate that accent. Ooh, I'm Applejack. I like talking like this and eating apples all the time. Shut the fuck up. I'm getting really fucking bored again. Yeah, now they're just kind of building the carts. Yeah, they're all disappointed because none of them are the carts that they wanted to make. Oh, she even said that she thought they already covered it. They even just said that they're just repeating the same scene basically. Oh no, it's all destroyed. I mean, this is literally just the same scene over and over again. Just the adults being like, I want to do it this way, and the kids are like, well, I want to do it my way. And then, Okay then, it's a goose. Now we got a fucking song of them trying to do things their way. So Scootaloo's gonna try to be more creative, and then Apple Bloom's gonna want to make it faster. So Sweetie Belle's gonna want to make it more traditional. It is kind of capturing that feeling of like, as a kid when an adult's telling you like, oh, you have to do it this way because I'm the adult, and I'm right because I'm the adult, and the kids are just like sad because of that. Still a fucking boring ass mess though. And now the race is starting. Oh my god, it's so like just everything happens at a snail's pace. Oh, is that Derpy with the sister, I guess? Everything happens at such a slow goddamn pace. This shit's been going on for 15 minutes. The adults are gonna have to realize that they're being stupid. Also, Miss Cheerly is a cheerleader. God damn it. This is the closest thing to something funny in this episode. She can't actually scream. Way more song. Ah, god damn it. There was no one singing for a while. There was those fucking butt shots. Looks like they just drew a fucking horse vagina. God, Miss Cheerly being dressed as a cheerleader gives me some really like slutty porn vibes. Like slutty teen schoolgirl. Like that's what the vibe that's giving me. Oh, I just don't give a fuck anymore. So I guess everything is gonna go to shit now. Well, they all get destroyed. Oh, it's a swan, not a goose. Oh no, now the kids are mad and they're finally standing up to themselves. It's also a bit uncharacteristic of the adults to be doing this. Like, why would the adults be this cocky or just much of a dick? Like, it just, I don't know, seems a little out of character. The teacher wearing a fucking cheerleader suit. Like, it just, whatever. And there's the carts that they wanted to make. And there's the race again. And then there's the kids, their parents liking watching the kids. And of course, Apple Bloom's gonna win. They're all gonna win. Ugh. God, that was so cringe. They're cheering like that. And there's the end. God, that sucked. Okay, this was dumb. So just a typical boring episode yet again. So this one, there's this race that they're gonna do, and so with each of the Cutie Mark Crusaders needs to make a cart for the race, and they have to pick an older person to help them. So they obviously each pick their older sisters, but then each of the kids wants to do something different from what the parents want to do, or older sisters, not parents. I think I said parent. I called them parents a bunch of times, but I meant sisters. And so then the whole episode's basically just about the kids being like, oh, I want to do it a new way, a different way, because this is an event about the kids. And then the older character, their sisters, just ignoring them and making what they want to make. Like, Scootaloo wants to make it more creative, but Rainbow wants to make it really fast, and stuff like that. It's just their typical slow, really boring pace of an episode. The only thing I'll give this one credit for is like the idea of how it kind of feels as a kid when, you know, you just have to listen to whatever your parents are telling you to do. It definitely reminded me a lot of being a kid in that sense. It did seem a little out of character for the older, like the main characters to like just be that much of a dick to their siblings, but whatever. This was just really boring though. I mean, this is what confuses me though. I don't get why this one in particular has a 5.7, whereas there's a ton of the other ones that are just as boring and just as little happens. Those episodes have like 8.5 or something like that. Like, it seems just really weird as to why this one is so low rated. I don't know. But, you know, just another really forgettable nothing episode. I give this a 3 out of 10. It had the one basic idea of the kids, you know, that feeling of the kids not just having to listen to their parents even though it's not what they want to do for the event or whatever. But that's pretty much it. Everything else was so forgettable and boring. And yet again, this could have just been a 10-minute segment. I mean, really, it's such a simple concept. Or have an A and a B plot. Like, I don't know, maybe it's like you have a B plot where, I don't know, Twilight and the other two characters are doing something. Who knows? And then they could have intersected the race on accident. I don't know. It's just so boring and uninteresting. It's just that's what the majority of these episodes are. They just take a simple idea. Okay, the kids want to do this race and they want to make their carts one way, but the adults want to do it differently. Simple concept. They just stretch it into 20 minutes. It's so goddamn boring.